Hello, my name is Eli Menendez. I'm 28 years old. I live in Riverside, California, and I'm a bridal stylist. And this is where I live. So let me introduce you to my family. These are actually charcoal drawings made by my grandfather, my mom's dad. So that's my mom, Maria. That's my dad, Jose, or Pepe, as he goes by. My brother, Jose, and that's me. We grew up in a town called Moreno Valley. It's a little small town, just about 25 minutes from here. And all through school, my parents were extremely supportive. All through middle school, high school, and even into college, my parents really wanted us to both focus on our education and focus on building a career. So that being said, they were extremely supportive. So school bills, cars, insurance, phones, that kind of thing, they supported us 100%. And I'm so thankful for that, because I would have friends having to have jobs and struggling and worrying about their grades and worrying about their bills, and I didn't want to have that stress on my life. So thank God for my amazing parents. They actually came from Cuba. Both of them were born in Cuba. They came into the United States with nothing. They didn't know each other at the time. They actually met through a mutual friend, and they were able to establish themselves, work their butts off. If I can one day work just as hard, that's definitely where I get my drive from, is from both of my parents, to come from another country and to work hard and to strive for something. And I want to be able to support my kids the same way. And if their friends one day tell them that they're spoiled the way that I got told when I was younger, then so be it, because they're going to have so many more opportunities in their life. So I'm hoping that I can be just as great as both my parents are. I'm very proud of them. As I mentioned before, I grew up in a small town, so I didn't really know anything about fashion. Everyone wore t-shirts and jeans. But I was a performer and an actor, and I got the opportunity to perform in Paris, France at Disneyland. And that changed everything. I lived in France for 2 years, and I fell in love with fashion. I mean, how could you not? I was finally exposed to couture and high-end designers that I didn't have access to before, and I fell in love with the fashion industry. Living in Paris was an amazing opportunity. However, it was a whole nother country with a whole nother culture and language, and I was miles away from my family for the first time. I learned quite a bit about myself. I also learned French. Je peux parler français, c'est bon. But I had to adjust. I mean, in their culture, I found that there was kind of a lack of urgency, so I found that I could be somewhat of a diva and a little bit stubborn, especially when I was trying to get things done. I also found out that I have quite a bit of drive. Any kind of obstacle that I faced it head on. And having the experience of living in Europe, traveling around Europe, I found that I can handle anything. I've gotten a thick skin, and I'm comfortable in my skin and confident, and I think that that's been a really big advantage to living in Europe. So I have to admit that my time in Europe was a little bittersweet. Though I loved the culture and the architecture and the countries there, I was also in a relationship at the time, and it didn't work out. So I decided to move back home after 2 years and start fresh, mend my broken heart. It was great to be with my family, but I was basically starting from ground zero. I moved back in with my parents, started to find a new job, and really focus on building my career in the fashion industry. So I guess if there's a Mr. Right, I'm gonna have to find him somewhere soon. Let's get back to fashion, shall we? This is my bedroom here at my parents' house. So when I came back home, I enrolled in a class online through the Fashion Image Institute in San Francisco to become certified in fashion styling. So I got my certificate, and afterwards I participated in a 3-month internship with a fashion stylist from Beverly Hills named Sophia Banks. I learned all about pulling clothes from fashion PRs and showrooms, helping set up for photo shoots, getting the studio ready for celebrity clients to do their fittings, checking things in and checking things out. It was a great hands-on experience to finally put my knowledge to work. So this is Mandy, the mannequin. I named her Mandy because it sounds like mannequin. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. But I have her styled in one of my favorite trends from last year. It's the short suit. I kind of got obsessed with it. I really wanted to find a short suit, not an ordinary one, something with a print. So I was able to find this one. It's Georgiana Chapman from Marquesa. She did a collection for JCPenney called Pearl, and this is one of her suits. It's a really short suit with a pattern and then a lace over top of it. I consider this the next cocktail dress. If you're gonna go out for a couple drinks and the shorts are short shorts and you wear them with a nice big heel, I definitely think it's cocktail approved. If you can find a short suit that maybe has a little bit more of a modest length, you could definitely wear that to work. But this one, This one's a little bit short. I have it styled with a black top, button-down top with kind of an interesting high neckline. It's from Banana Republic, just sort of keeping it simple, dressy. You could pair it with a nice little clutch and some statement earrings, and I would totally wear it out. Another way that I've styled this suit is actually with this top from Tommy Hilfiger. If you're going out for more of a casual date, but it's still kind of a date, you can do the mixing prints trend, which I'm also a huge fan of. And this print is actually stitched on. These are little stitches that sort of mimic a polka dot. So this Tommy Hilfiger with this suit is a little bit more of a bold statement, but because it's a dress shirt, a long sleeve shirt, it kind of sort of makes it a little more casual. These are all really fun. I'm actually wearing this fun little peach dress that I got at Forever 21 recently, and I'm sporting sort of the trend that I love the best, the borrowing from the boys, the shabby and the chic. So I'm wearing this with a pair of my leather boots that I got while I was in Europe at a store called Naf Naf. Love Naf Naf. And I love doing this. I love wearing a very girly dress with a pair of boots. The borrowing from the boys, like her suit, is a huge staple in my wardrobe. So I want to show you a couple more looks. We're gonna change, but you need to look away. Et voila! These are our new looks. So I've decided to stick with the edgy and feminine and pair my new pencil skirt from Zara with just a plain gray t-shirt from H&M. I've also styled it with some bold accessories, a nice bold necklace, make the feminine stand out. This look is extremely versatile. Depending on your work environment, I think you could wear it to work. I also think it'd be perfect for any kind of date or cocktail night, going out with friends. It's very comfortable and edgy and feminine, which is totally a staple in my wardrobe. Mandy is styled in one of my shift dresses from H&M. It's got a kind of modern print to it. It's also very versatile. I like to style it with these pink strappy heels to bring out the blush in the dress, and I've even got a little pink bracelet on her. And this dress you could absolutely wear to work. You could wear it to a brunch or lunch with friends or a bridal shower. Anna Wintour is the editor-in-chief of Vogue, so she is definitely one of my role models because when it comes to learning about new trends or upcoming designers, I reach for the latest issue of Vogue. Her right-hand man, Grace Cuddington, is the creative director for Vogue, and the editorial shoots in Vogue are something that I look forward to seeing every month. Another icon of mine or role model would have to be the Olsen twins. They are here featured in the April issue of Vogue, and they're talking about their line called The Row. They've also got other lines like Elizabeth and James and Olsen Boys, and they've got an online store called Stylement. And Stylement is super fascinating to me because it's all about taking one article of clothing and styling it in 3 different ways. As far as fashion icons, I love Michelle Williams. She's another strong, confident woman. Here she is in a Louis Vuitton advertisement. If money were no object, I would own like 1,000 Louis Vuittons. I'm a huge fan of Louis Vuitton. And I would have to say that my favorite fashion icon, who I follow on Instagram and who I love to research during Fashion Week, is Miroslava Jula. She's a fashion editor from Russia, and she's so young, but she's accomplished so much. And I love the way that she dresses. Basically, if I owned everything in her closet, I would never have to shop again. And of course, last but not least, another icon in the fashion world is none other than Diane von Furstenberg. Diane von Furstenberg is exactly what I've been talking about. She looks for a confident, strong, beautiful woman. She's inspired by women, and I love that. I love that when she makes her lines for each season, she focuses on trying to make a woman feel beautiful and confident. So I wanted to thank you for visiting with me, and I'm so excited about possibly being in New York City, and I know that I am extremely confident and extremely competitive, and I will work my ass off to win this competition, and I will be the best ambassador for Diane von Furstenberg. Thanks again. Bye!